Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dynasty here on College Football 14 for the Xbox 360. I'm your host JT Mathis48, and right now we're on the Conference Championship Week board here on the screen. Obviously we didn't make it with the loss to Vanderbilt. We're not even close to the championship for the ACC. That's going to take a couple years down the road, but I wanted to start off this episode not with the bye week, not with all that good stuff, but the top 25 Heisman watch. Basically everything and anything to do with the quote-unquote playoffs for college football. That includes BCS rankings, bowl projections, everything you would expect. So let's get started here with the bowl projections. Wake Forest 5-7, not going to make it, but we can take a look at all the other bowls. New Mexico Bowl pins rivals Utah State, Utah. We're not going to name all of these. We're just going to go through some we see. Poinsettia Bowl, Houston, San Diego State. Las Vegas Bowl, the Oregon State Beavers and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Holiday Bowl, Oklahoma State, Arizona. Belk Bowl, Clemson, Rutgers. There's ACC. Another ACC. Advocare V100 Bowl, UCF, FSU. Want UCF to win that. Boston College finished the year 9-3, and they take on Temple in the Russell Athletic. Let's go down. Crab Fight Hunger Bowl, Cincinnati, UCLA. Sun Bowl, USC, Maryland. Chick-fil-A Bowl, Florida, UNC, go Tar Heels. Gator Bowl, LSU, Iowa. Rose Bowl, the most glorious bowl of all, Nebraska, Stanford. What other two teams could be better? Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, Texas, Louisville. All-State Sugar Bowl, Ohio State, Boise State. Coming down to the big BCS bowl games. Orange Bowl, Miami, Washington, and beautiful Orlando, Florida. So Miami definitely the home team. Cotton Bowl, AT&T Cotton Bowl, Georgia, Oklahoma. The BBVA Compass Bowl, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame. Okay, I guess. GoDaddy.com Bowl, Buffalo, Western Kentucky, and your BCS National Championship game for 2013, the Aggies of A&M taking on undefeated Crimson Tide of Alabama. So that's your bowl projections. Let's go to Heisman Watch and see who is the favorite to win. The favorite, Johnny Football Manziel, looks nothing like him here, but this is college football for the Xbox, so don't expect much. Kadeem Carey for Arizona, Braxton Miller for Ohio State, Melvin Gordon, Wisconsin, Indy, Anthony Thomas, Oregon. Top 5, Johnny Manziel looks to win. Let's see how the Wake Forest Demon Deacons did throughout the year, 5-7. Let's go ahead and look at the team. Week 1, FCS 156-31. Week number 2, we were at unranked Boston College, lost 42-16. UL Monroe and Army weeks 3 and 4, both wins. Clemson at number 21, Clemson there. They were ranked a little higher earlier in the season, lose by 6. Had to do quick math. 34-28. NC State, that was a big game for us, and we did win it. Rivalry in state, 17-16. Maryland come back. We lose our butts off, 56-17. 16 at number 16 Miami losing a shutout 31-0. Syracuse heartfelt game, should have won that. They finished 3-9, definitely should have won that game. We lose 44-19. FSU, we lose that in overtime, 1 point. Boneheaded mistake. Duke, we come back 31-3 win, and Vanderbilt, our last game, 31-24 loss. Avoided us to get to a bowl game. That's where we sit here now. Now to take a look at the stats and records. Your passing leaders, only going to name the top 2 in each, so here we go. Gilbert for SMU and Southwick for Boise State, both over 3,500 yards. Gilbert, 4,015 yards on the year. Rushing, Carey, he is in the Heisman Watch, and Ward for Oregon State, both over 1,400. Carey over 1,500 at 1,549. Melvin Gordon, another Heisman Watcher, 5th in rushing, 1,388. Receiving, Thompson and Ward. Thompson, SMU, 1,476 receiving yards, and Ward for Texas Tech, 1389. Tackle leaders, it's all Wake Forest. Top 4, A.J. Marshall, Olsen, Lowe, and Justin Jackson. 71, 62, 57, and 55. And then that one Kent State guy right there on defense, 48 tackles. He eliminates Wake Forest sweep of the board. Sack leaders, we come in 82nd with Christopher Redding, but on top is Niles and Fox. For UCF and rival Duke, both coming in at 12.5 sacks on the year. Interception leaders, Truss and Jones for Bowling Green and Texas Tech, 9 and 8. Kicking leaders, Budzine and Sorensen for Northwestern and BYU, both 56 long. Chad Henlin, 111th place in the nation among kickers, 41-yard field goal, his longest. Let's take a look at the team stats through the year of 2013. And that's not where we want to go. We want to go to career stats, or actually season stats. But yeah, let's go season stats, career, a bit more broad. So let's go to season. Tyler Cameron, the man at offense, 20 for 30 on the year. He was back up to Tanner Price, who was 187 for 302. He had a rating of 120, passed over 2,000 yards, but the problem lay where interceptions go. 9 touchdowns, 16 picks. He averaged 178.5 yards per game. Average yards per completion, 11.5. Longest pass of the year, 78 yards for a touchdown to Matt James. Got sacked 46 times, so offensive line going to be an issue this offseason. Let's go back into season stats and not really knowing what I'm doing here. Rushing and then receiving, then we'll back out. Rushing, Josh Harris led the way, 9 touchdowns, 66 long, 893 yards. He was injured for 4 weeks, so he would have easily got over 1,000 yards with his 4 injury weeks. DeAndre Martin, his backup, 301 on 68 attempts, 3 touchdowns. He was more of a goal line, sort of Marshawn Lynch kind of guy for us this year. And then Tanner Price coming in third somehow, some way. 128 attempts, way too much. Receiving for the Demon Deacons, Matt James is going to be third on this list, the Megatron of this team. Josh Harris, the leader of this team, with 42 catches. Way too many receivers need to be bumped up with Anthony Roque, Brandon Terry, Michael Campanaro, Matt James, Sherman Ragland, Bishop, Garside, our fullback. Just all these guys need to get more touches in the years to come, and we're going to make sure of it. It's okay to dump off to the halfback sometimes, but not that many times during the year. So let's back out of here, see what else we can find, and then we'll advance it. I think that is all. We can go ahead and look at the coach skill tree right here. This is going to be part 1 of an off-season video, and there might be 2, 3, 4 parts, maybe even 5. It just depends. Skill tree, we focused on recruiting this year, and we're going to be focusing on recruiting. We need those key players on coming to this school and all that. Defense, it's going to have up-tempo defense and keep up with the pace. So we're going to improve on that. Offense, still yet to be determined with the head coach. So now let's go ahead and advance it. We're going to go to the end of the season. So all the regular bowls, except for the BCS bowls, are getting played now. So while this sits back and simulates all the bowl games and all that, if you guys are enjoying, 5 likes greatly appreciated. However, not necessary. And if you do enjoy it that much, then please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. Do whatever you feel is necessary. And I also have a Twitch, so go check it out. Link is in the description. Just search JJ48Gamer on Twitch, and you'll find me there. So now coming down, still simming, to the start of bowl season, we're actually going to take a look at basically all the bowls. Maybe people got moved around, stuff like that. So now we're level 8, and your winner for the Heisman Trophy of 2013, Johnny Manziel. Expected he would, redshirt sophomore, He got 2,077 votes. Blew the water out of Carey, Miller, Martinez, and Melvin Gordon. Only got 122, so congratulations to Johnny Football there. Now on the Cleveland Browns for 2 years. And bowl weeks, of course, we're not going to make it. 5 and 7, not going to cut it. But we do have a head coach upgrade. And we're going to focus even more on recruiting. So, royal treatment we're going to make there. And we're going to commit those changes just a little extra before the offseason and next year begin. So now with that said, we're going to take a look at the bowl games. And here we go, bowl games final. Who are we going to get? Basically the same people. Thought people might change. We're going to skip all these even though it might be the same. And it is Ohio State and Alabama. So the Buckeyes and Crimson Tide going to battle it out for the prestigious honor of holding that trophy for a year. And now we're going to simulate the bowl games and get into the BCS bowl games and the end of bowl season. We'll go back and recap it, but coming on 11.5 minutes, 12 minutes here, we are going to see who won, who was a disappointment, who was a sleeper, and who was a surprise. All that in this episode. Hope you guys do not mind an off-season Wake Forest episode. We did actually above expectations. We wanted the GM or whoever signed us on wanted, I believe, 4 or 5 wins each year, and we did get 5 wins. So obviously you want a bowl game every year. Not going to get it with a team like this, especially starting out. You need to do work. So we're learning. We're definitely learning, and all goes well. We can see our future maybe at another school or ultimately in a BCS team. But for right now, I want to stick with Wake Forest. Grew up there, and it's a fun place to live. So updating record books. Did we break any records? I don't believe so. No, we did not. And now the end of bowl season has come. Let's see if bowl games did play, and they did. Bowl results. Here we go. Utah versus Utah State, one of the games we covered. The Utah. Wow, that's embarrassing. Utah, let's just call them that. Utah wins it 28-14. San Diego State, another game. They lose to Houston by 1, 25-24. Beavers of Oregon State win Boise State 31-28. Let's go down. UCF, we wanted them to win. They lost bad, 41-24. UTEP, San Jose State. UTEP blew out the water, 35-10. Oregon, 28-26. Florida loses to Miami, 33-27. Chick-fil-A Bowl. So Miami goes from the Orange Bowl all the way down to the Chick-fil-A Bowl and taking their place in the Orange Bowl. Let's see who it was. Washington, Boston College, 17-14. Washington coming out a winner. And your winner of the BCS National Championship for 2013 goes to the Ohio State Buckeyes, 31-27. Let's see what happened. Ohio State 7-3. They tied each other in the second, so 21-17 Ohio State. Bama comes back in the third quarter, but with a touchdown. It was not meant to be, as Ohio State wins. And anything dramatic go on? Let's see really quick. That was my puppy. Sorry if you heard him, but he's trying to sleep. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes. Not going to happen. After that, it was all said and done. So let's get started trying to adjust the mic. Sorry about that, guys. If you are watching, let's go ahead and to the end of the season, and that's where we'll pick up next episode. Hopefully it all works well, and hopefully Wake Forest can definitely make some moves and go from there. So that was a quick advance. Of course it's not done, and now it's done. So end of the season, we want 7 wins per year. I thought it was 4 or 5, but 7 will take it. All that matters is our security is safe. We are under a 7-year contract, so definitely a lot of time to improve this team. And with that said, guys, that's going to wrap it up for part 1 in the offseason. Come back for part 2 for the different stages, coaching, carousel, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Remember, 5 likes greatly appreciated. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill. And if you're new, go check out other videos before subscribing. It means a lot. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. See you next time.